Now, y'all just heard about the possum, and a lot of people ask me how that came to be. It's a long story, but I'll tell you about it. It's known as the history of Lonesome Possum. Before the turn of the last century, my wife and I visited Wyoming. We were immediately impressed with the landscape and saw a great potential for possum ranching. So we talked about it, and we went back to North Carolina, waited for the first full moon, slipped across the border to South Carolina, and rustled a big herd of possums. We got our belongings together, hired a crew, and started the herd west towards Wyoming. After traveling several days, we realized we had to turn north too to get here. So we did, avoiding highways whenever possible, because we always lost a lot of possums every time we crossed the road. Stampedes weren't a problem, though, because whenever anything frightened the herd, they'd just all fall over and play dead. But the trail was hard and the weather turned cold, and by the time we got to Wyoming, we only had one possum left, hence the name Lonesome Possum. I became known as Dances with Possums after I named my ranch Lonesome Possum. That one possum that left, though, was a remarkable male possum. He came across a slow doe antelope, and as a result of that union, the possolope was formed. I started seeing possolopes everywhere around the ranch. In an effort to convince my wife it wasn't a side effect of my medication, I decided to shoot one. I saw a big buck possolope, and I eased my rifle out of the scabbard, took careful aim, but right as I fired, my horse jumped, and I missed the possolope. But as the rifle hit the ground, the possolope fell over. I got off my horse and saw that I had not hit him, and I stood there, and directly the possolope came to, shook himself, and wandered off. Well, that gave me an idea. I advertised in Field and Scream and started booking possolope hunts from Easterners. They'd come, and I'd slip a blank in their rifle. They'd shoot, the possolope would fall over. I'd take the picture, send them home with a sheep carcass, 'cause possolope don't taste all that good. It's like a cross between sagebrush and persimmons. One fella figured it out, but I convinced him we were doing shoot and release like the trout fishermen did catch and release. I was making good money till tragedy struck. I got greedy, and I hunted them critters so much that whenever they saw a rifle, they'd fall over before my hunters could shoot.